Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another BJ&Co Minecraft tutorial video. We're continuing on today in Skyfactory 3 and wrapping things up. Almost, sort of, kind of. We've got 4 things left here. And 2 things left here. So about 3-4 more episodes left, guys. We're almost there, but today we're looking at the fantastic rainbow generator because it's June, so that means it's Pride Month. So rainbows, kind of fits. Everybody's celebrating Pride. Hope you're having a fantastic time, guys. It's wonderful that you guys are able to celebrate that. But today we want to craft a rainbow generator and use it to produce power. And this generator can be a pain in the arse, to say the least. So let's take a look at it. Before we do, if you find these helpful, let us know. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for updates when everything goes live so you can stay in the know with BJ&Co. Wow, that sounds fancy. And if you got any questions, concerns, comments, throw them down in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And come join the community. Discord is awesome. Link down below on how to get to our Discord. It's a fantastic place to be. Lots of kooky nuts that's fantastic to hang out with. And Patreons. You guys, awesome! Yo, man, Dugoth, Kralekin, you guys are fantastic, and we appreciate all that support, and yeah, you get, the perks of being a patron. You get called out all over the place. You might get into some series. It's great. We love our patrons. You guys are fantastic. We hope we don't give you guys too much of a hard time. Yo, man, in particular. But yeah, you guys are fantastic. And everybody else that's around here in the comments, we just love you all. Our community is why we do this. So we appreciate every single person that's here. But generators. So, we're going to look at generators here on the right-hand side, and what we are looking for here is our rainbow generator. Love what they did with the letters here. It's fantastic. And so this rainbow generator is literally made up of the bottom half and the top half, and each of these is a resonating redstone crystal with 8 generators around it, whether it's the top or the bottom. So there is 16 different generators that we have to make first and to create the rainbow one. And then the rainbow one itself does not generate any power unless all 16... Did I say 18 earlier? I said 18 earlier. Unless the other 16 generators are all working close enough to it, will it then start to passively generate power? So it's kind of tricky. So to make this, not only are we going to have to make one of every generator to start the show with, but then we have to have one of every generator around. So when you're doing it, you need to make 2 of each so that you can make the generator itself and then power it. So some of these are fairly easy. We'll just kind of work our way through all of these. And then what you're going to need to combine them is a resonating redstone crystal, which is redstone with an ender shard, and an ender shard is just a glass cutter with an ender pearl. Or maybe if you get lucky and sieve it through some endstone, but most people don't get to the point where they sift through that stuff. I find personally, but I haven't I haven't watched too many Skyfactory 3 things. But these generators. So, culinary generator, all we're going to need is some meat and some vegetables in different combinations with a furnace generator and redstone. So this furnace generator is just a furnace, redstone, iron, and the machine block itself is just iron, chest, and redstone. So easy to make this. And I mean, we have used these magnetic generators in the past for other things. So this extra utility 2 generators, I'm guessing you may have used at some point throughout your playthrough. So you should know your way around these a little bit. But so, furnace generator we've talked about, which is kind of this guy here. Culinary, we've talked about, you just need some food with it. The death generator, we just need some flesh or bones and a spider eye. The disenchantment generator, this is an interesting one. The enchanting table, pretty easy to get yourself. Again, furnace generator down here, you're going to need a lot of those. A lot of the machine casings too. Probably half a stack of machine casings at least. The fancy thing you need here is the magical wood. And the magical wood, I can't quite figure out how this crafting works. It's crafting with experience, and I couldn't figure out a way to do that. But we can use an enchanter. And in the enchanter, what we need is bookshelves with lapis will get us the magical wood, even though it looks kind of weird here. Depending on what bookshelf is put into here, it either doesn't show an output or it's really frustrating. But so I built that enchanter, placed it down, dropped some lapis and bookshelves in, and it's slowly making magical wood for us. If I'm getting power to it, which I'm not actually putting power into it right now. That's a little awkward. Let's just make sure that keeps working. So that enchanter, guys, we're gonna just come back to home base. Disenchanting generator, magical wood, enchanter. This enchanter, again, machine block, diamonds, iron, and one enchanted book can have any enchantment on it. So again, not too crazy to make. We're nothing insane yet. Ender generator, we need ender pearls, obsidian, redstone, and the furnace generator. Not too shabby. Explosive generator, same bottom line, this time gunpowder and TNT. All base Minecraft stuff. You should have no problem getting that. Or, if you really don't know, just click it and it tells you what to do. Because I don't make TNT much, so I had to do that. This frosty generator. This one here is probably the most challenging one to get. Snowballs are relatively easy. You can get that through the nesting pens. You can also use... I haven't even looked at that. But yeah, really, I went with the nesting pens on this. You can multiply your snowballs if you really want with mana infusion. But the hardest piece of this one, to be honest, is the ice. Because to make ice essence, you need ice in the first place. So unless you go somewhere where you can get ice, like a ice dimension, if you want to go travel those fun other dimensions, try not to die in them like I have. Really, then our other only option is mana infusion. So putting snow. So get the snowballs, make it into snow blocks, put it into a mana pool that is sitting on an alchemy catalyst. And again, this is not too crazy to make once you've got one. Living rock, gold, a couple brewing stands, and some mana pearls. Not crazy at all to make, but this is probably the one thing that I spent the most time getting was the frosty generator online. Because that ice is not easy. Furnace generator, we already talked about. Haliotosis generator. Another one that'll take you a little bit to do because you need to get to the end, and specifically to an end city. Because in here, you are going to need pupar blocks from the end city and the end rod from the end city. If you need to make one, you can use coarse fruit and shulker pearls and, blaze rods and that sort of stuff. But in particular, that's going to be more of a challenge to get. Our heated redstone here, we just need a bunch of redstone with a magnetic generator, which is actually the next one we need to make. So you're going to need 4 magnetics to get to the end of this. And this is furnace redstone, lava and gold. Not crazy at all. The nether star generator, once you've got the wither farm up, which, we've done in a previous episode, it's probably up in the card if I've got my crap together. Wither skulls, nether stars, furnace and redstone. Overclock generator, furnace with gold and lapis, not too shabby. Pink, again, same bottom row. We got some pink dye and pink wool. I've got the fun dye stuff ready to go, but you can get bone meal and red dye. I know you guys know how to do that by now. Potion generator, we just need same bottom row, blaze rods and brewing stand. You should know how to make a brewing stand by now, guys. You are playing modded. Slimy generator is slime with slime box and this. And the slime balls, you should have lots from loot bags. I'm sure I've got a ton in my setup. Then last, survival generator, which is just a furnace with some cobblestone and iron. So those are all of the different generators that we're going to need. You're going to make 2 of each of these so that you can combine and make your top half and bottom half, and then combine your bottom half into the rainbow generator and stick it all together, and then bring all of your other generators over. And here we've got our rainbow generator. And when you place this down, you'll notice if you click on it, it specifically shows that none of these, it's saying, none of these are operating yet, so it's not making anything. So what you need to do is you need to have all 16 of the other generators. You can see I've kind of got them in a nice little line in order that they showed up in the NEI, which may not be a great order for going around, but this is the way it is. And you need to actually fuel them. So our culinary generator here, if you do want to see what the recipes and what they'll take, go into the generator, click this button here, and it'll show all the different possible recipes. So we've got a culinary generator. We've got the death generator, which will take rotten flesh or bones. We've got the disenchantment generator, which needs something, books with enchantments. I think that's all it'll take is books. Yeah. So you need enchanted books to get that one. So you may need to set up a enchantment area. Like what I did is I used this enchanter here just to pop through a bunch of books with some enchantments. So I've only got 2 left in there, so this is gonna be tight. Our ender generator needs eyes of ender or ender pearls. here we need either TNT or gunpowder. And you can see I've set it up so there's a drawer up top right now just for observation purposes. You may want to set this up off of like a crafting system. I probably, if I was doing this, I would have the drawers as a buffer or the chest or something. Well, drawers, because you can stack them side by side and see what's going on in them. And then have my system auto crafting or auto dumping into each one so that there is that buffer between everything. We've got our frosty one, which is just snow or ice. We've got our furnace, which is, regular, takes anything that burns. Halitosis. Halia, pain in the butt. Literally needs dragon's breaths. So you may have to spend some time farming dragon's breaths to get those done. I've got a couple stacks sitting in there ready to go. Gotta love my end dragon dimension. So much fun. Challenge to make, but once you're kitted up and can kill them quickly with the Draconic set, it's fantastic. This next one, the heated redstone, we need both lava and redstone in here. So I've got the drawer kicking in redstone, and then I've got my ender tank off of just pulling from my regular lava generation, dumping into both the heated redstone and then our magmatic, which of course just takes lava. Nether star generator needs nether stars, of course. Good thing we've got a wither farm up and running. Man, it's kind of funny how all of these previous achievements work you towards all this good stuff that you need later on. Overclock generator, again, like the furnace generator, takes anything that burns and just does it quicker, burns it quicker. Pink generator takes anything that's pink or dirt, and it's all the exact same generation out of this one, so doesn't really matter. The next two are pretty interesting. The first one, I'm going to just zip around the back here, is our potion generator. So this one will take any sort of potion from a bottle of water, mundane potions, thick potions, awkward potions, potions of night vision, all the way up. There's 32 pages of the different types of potions they'll take. I didn't look and see if it would take mundane potions, though. Or not mundane. There's some weird one I've been getting from loot bags and stuff that I haven't looked to see if it actually gets. But you can see you got lots of options here. So we've got the potions dropping on in, but when the potion finishes, it doesn't use up the bottle. So you need to set it up. You can see here I've got my in and out set up. So it's extracting and then it's also inserting. So potion comes in, drops here. Once it's a bottle, it pulls it out, drops into the next drawer. Just so that you got the in and out, in and out, in and out. Otherwise, it's going to stall up, and you really don't want things stalling up in this one. The next one is our slimy, and this one takes milk and slime. So same sort of setup. I've got milk coming in from the back, slime coming in from the top, and then because it's buckets like the bottles, we need something to pull it out and throw the bucket into there. If you want to be on the safe side, it's my insert that I put the whitelist on, but you can, as long as the drawers are full, it's not going to cause issues. But if they're not, then you might get things like pulling out of the top, throwing into the side, causing all sorts of problems. And last but not least, we have our survival generator, which again is anything that burns. If it can burn, it can go in here. So there we go. We've got 16, and you can notice that all of my generators here I have set to operate with a redstone signal, because in order for the rainbow generator to work, everything must be operating. So, let's take a look here. If I, well, it's one on the first page. Furnace, frosty. Oh, it's not going to say it. What's on the first? Slimy generator. So, slimy was second from the bottom. I know I've got lots of slime. So, if I turn this to always on, it should now no longer list slimy generator in there, but it's still showing me everything else that still needs to operate before this thing is going to start working. So, you can see it is working though. So we're going to go back to redstone on. So we need them all to fire at the exact same time. And as soon as one of these stops firing, it will no longer, the rainbow generator will no longer operate. And the rainbow generator is supposed to generate a whole bunch of energy. But everything's got to fire in sync. So the fun part of this is setting it up in such a way that everything fires in sync and nothing fills up and causes problems. So you'll also want to make sure that you have all of your energy siphoning out of each of these generators, because all these extra utilities, 2 generators, as soon as they fill up completely, if this buffer is full, it will not generate more power. So you want to make sure that the buffer is being emptied on each one of the generators as well. And then we should, everything's all right. So on the front side, actually, you can see I've set up some redstone conduit just so that I can send a redstone signal to all of them all at the exact same time. And I actually think I'm going to bring this guy down the end. I don't like you there. I don't like you there. We're gonna bring you more down here. So this is all set and ready to go. Let's just make sure this is set to... Oh, in and out. That's all that matters. And we should, while everything's up there, be able to... And actually, let's look at the front first. In here, our capacitor bank, we've got 1.6 million RF right now. I've hooked it up into here just because I want to be able to see what's going on. And though I do think my conduits are going to be my main problem on this. I think eventually I'll set this up all on flux points because I think that makes much more sense. But for now, this should work. So literally, we should turn this on and the rainbow generator should start doing its thing. Boom! Now, do be careful. Some of these generators... So it's sending 25 million RF energy per tick. That's pretty solid. And it's literally... This is filling with as big of... or with as much energy as it can because it can only send... or it can only grab so much through the cable. And there we go. We have something has ran out in here, which it looks like it's our potion one. Do be careful, as you saw there. These generators do give you effects. The TNT one can blow you off the side. The death one can give you some nasty effects. But yeah, we can see here it was our potion one that ran out completely. So you've got to make, if you want to be getting this 25 million RF per tick, you've gotta be able to keep it moving. And that's hilarious because we really only got 10 million RF out of all of that. So I really should have a flux point tied to this, dropping straight into our draconic setup in order to get, because that's right now we're doing 43 million RF per tick. Or is that 48? I don't know. Is that a comma or a dot? That's a dot. So 48,000. I don't know how to read that right off the top of my head. It's not too bad. But flux point would have given us much more because it didn't work out quite as much. It's the limiting capacity is our energy conduits there. So this is how you do it, guys. If you've got any interesting setup of how you like to run this, to feed it in, to take everything out, to autocraft, to ensure that you've got everything you need. I mean, Dragon's Breaths, we're not going through them too quick. You may also want to set things up like this one is gonna burn for 10 minutes. So this one is gonna be fantastic, right? It's gonna keep working and working. But the things like this potion generator, right? It burns them all in a few seconds. Right? So, I mean, there's an 8-second potion in here. Maybe we look at making some of these, but that's still only 8 seconds. So you want to make sure that everything's full as much as you can. But yeah, if you got an interesting setup, you've got an interesting setup, throw it down in the comments below or tell me about it or send a link to a picture. I'd love to see them. It's always interesting to see what the community can put together. But as a whole, that's it. That's how we craft a rainbow generator, and that's how we produce power. I don't think I'm going to use it for the 1 billion RF per tick because this seems like a lot of work for it when I could craft just a whole bunch of nether star generators because they seem to be the most productive of everything. If you guys did enjoy this, let us know. Hit that like button. If you got questions or just want to chat, throw something down in the comments below. If you want to get notified when all the new content goes live, subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. We do the Minecraft tutorial videos right now. We've also got the fantastic Skyfactory 4 Survivor Series, that's what we're calling it, where we race through Skyfactory 4, try to get some prestige points, compete against some other community members, which is fantastic. We've got a Plague Tale coming out on Sundays. Savvy's got some fantastic stuff over on his Savvy Games channel, and we're here every Tuesday live streaming, and we've thrown in some other ones lately, so we'd love to see you everywhere, guys. Links are all down below. Definitely drop by the Discord, say hi to the community, come bullshit with us. We love it. But until next time, that's where we're going to leave you. So have a fantastic one, and we'll catch you on the flip side.